Nagi officially gets locked off, Reo can't control himself, and as it stands, this is the end of Nagi Seshiro. Blue Lock chapter 300 just dropped. Let's talk about it. So the chapter starts right where the last one left off, with Nagi saying, Reo, with the narrator saying, to Reo, with whom I share a dream, there's something I want to tell you, what Nagi is thinking right now. To where in the next page, as Nagi gets up, he says, I don't feel any regret. Just like Ego said, I think I was satisfied. Prepare for an entire Yap chapter, because that's exactly what this is. I beat Isagi, and I just wanted to keep playing football with you forever. Honestly, that alone would have made me happy, but a dream like that wasn't enough. To survive in Blue Lock, my dream was too small and too childish. Well, at least you're aware. You got that at least. If I hadn't relied on you back then, when I was annoyed because I couldn't beat Isagi, would there have been a different future than the one I have now? I'm sorry, Reo. Also prepare for a lot of that. There's a lot of apologizing in this for some reason. More than my desire to become the best in the world. In the end, what scarred me more was the thought of not being able to be with you anymore. Homie, it's soccer. Anyway, you were able to become strong. I'm sorry I couldn't find a new dream. I'm sorry for passing the ball. I'm sorry I couldn't take the shot myself. I'm sorry, as we see Reo start to lose his composure. I mean, he kind of already was, but more than usual. And Nagi can't even look Reo in the face. With Reo saying, that's enough, don't apologize. You didn't do anything wrong. Lies. You didn't do what you were told. You didn't evolve. You didn't leave the teamwork behind. You didn't listen to Ego. I could keep going. You did a lot wrong. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if y'all don't agree with it, but he did a lot wrong. Even though you never truly loved soccer, you were just going along with my dream. Sorry for pushing you. Sorry for making you try so hard. You don't have to try anymore. Don't apologize. It's okay. With Nagi saying, Reo, as Reo literally starts losing his mind and starts crying in the ugliest way possible. And Nagi just sits there with no reaction on his face. With Nagi approaching Reo and grabbing his arm, saying, I was happy. You're pushy, selfish, and kind of a coward. But when I'm with you, I've discovered so many new sides of myself. I got fired up. I also discovered the uncool and frustrated sides of myself. There are so many cruel things I said to you, and I learned that winning feels seriously amazing. And also, as we go through different aspects of Blue Lock with him and Reo, the thought of you disappearing started to feel lonely. Reo, to someone like me who always found everything bothersome, you gave me light. Everything since I met you. It's the greatest treasure of my life. Not your cactus? I thought your cactus was pretty important. Whatever. Up, and here it comes. But the rest of this chapter is very difficult to read as the text is blurred out, so I don't really know what else it says here. But then we see Nagi start talking about the World Cup. Him saying, maybe it was better if we had just passed each other by. You could have become even stronger. Maybe the world we dreamed was just beyond this point. Our dream of being the best in the world, this is where it ends. As Reo is still crying his eyes out and the dreams of winning the World Cup are fading away. To where then in the next page we see Nagi put his hand on top of Reo's head and say, goodbye, Reo. And Reo, the sobbing mess that he already is, just completely breaks down. With Nagi saying, you on your own, become the best in the world. Newsflash, it ain't your story, you're not becoming the best. Sorry to put your hopes down to anyone who thought, but, you know. That's just the narrative. To where then we see the funniest part of this entire chapter is everyone looks on to the reaction of Nagi and Reo. Kunigami, Bachida, Chigiri, Igagori, Bado, and Zantetsu looking on at the whole thing that just transpired between Reo and Nagi. And just like Chigiri, that was my face while reading this chapter. And Ego literally broadcasted this entire thing to the rest of the world. Bachida, Kunigami, and Bado did not give two shits about what just happened here. In fact, they could have gone without hearing it. And I'm gonna need that image of Chigiri as a meme, because by God, that's hilarious. Also, at this point in time, I guarantee you Kaiser is still on the floor debating what he's gonna do with his life and where it went wrong. Don't show it, but I guarantee you that's the case. With Isagi screaming Nagi's name. As we see Nagi walk towards the loser gate, he looks back and just looks at Isagi. To where Isagi then says, don't quit soccer. And just like that, Blue Lock Phase 2, the Neo-Egoist League, is completed with all the people who were locked off walking out the gate. And Nagi with a little bit of ego in his eyes, but unsure of what to do with it. And in the last page of Blue Lock Chapter 300, we see Nagi be the last one to enter the loser's gate. The narrator saying, Nagi Seshiro leaves Blue Lock. The future of glory and disgrace and dreams, a new chapter of Blue Lock begins. Next phase, the U20 World Cup arc. So finally, after trials and tribulations, we are finally getting the U20 World Cup arc. And I guess the clubs were just there for show, apparently. Unless said otherwise in future chapters, I think they were just there as a placeholder. That or players from those teams are going to go to the U20 World Cup arc and play against the Blue Lock players, which I think would be pretty cool. Plus we get introduced to brand new characters, which my god, that's going to be so awesome. But overall, I didn't really like this chapter. It was a filler chapter. We could have gone without it. Hey, that's just my opinion. But if you liked it, good on you. I did not, though.